As you can probably tell from the title, this video is about the fact that recently I've been feeling like I'm done with movie theaters. This is actually the second time I'm recording this video because I got about halfway through the first time recording it and I realized that I was being very old man yells at cloud. I was very salty, and full disclosure, I had a very bad theater going experience recently, but it got me to thinking about going to the theater in general and how consistently average to bad the experience has been. And I am curious if other people share the same sentiment or have had the same experience or experiences that I've had, because I was approaching this video at first like I felt pressed to convince people and sort of like rationalize my position, but I'm going to try and have some humility up front and say in advance that I think that if you love the movies and you love the theaters and all that, that's fine and that's great. I'm not here to advocate on behalf of the closure of theaters or for them to disappear, but I do feel like I might not be going nearly as much, and I'm also likely canceling my AMC Stubs membership. Once upon a time, it definitely felt like it was worth it to me to pay a monthly membership of $21 or $22 or whatever it is. How much is it actually? Wow. Okay. It's more. All right. All right. It's even more than I thought. It's $25 a month. So once upon a time, I guess it felt like worth it to spend $25 a month or $300 a year to be able to go to AMC theaters and see whatever movie I want. That has diminished a lot recently for a couple of reasons, and I'm going to go through them in this video and hopefully a less saltier way than the first time I recorded this video. I'm going to try and go in order of what you would experience going into a theater, starting with the first inconveniences. One, the snack lines. So AMC has separated the lines for concessions into AMC Stubs members and regular folks who do not pay for a membership. Every single time that I've gone to an AMC theater, I get into a membership line with other people. Generally speaking, these lines almost look the exact same length each time that I'm there. And I just sit there and watch as the employees alternate between taking someone from the members line and then taking someone from the non-members line. And they specify it too. They say Stubs members or Gold members or whatever, and then general or whatever the name is that they label the line for people who don't pay for some type of membership. So that's perk number one of a $25 a month membership that leaves me wondering, why am I paying for this? And again, it's not that big of a deal to wait for snacks. But hang on, I have a cat. Hang on, there's a cat that wants to get in here. But waiting in line for snacks is not that big of a deal. But paying a $25 a month membership and being promised something that doesn't even come to fruition is frustrating, just generally speaking. So again, no problem waiting in line, but I'm paying a monthly fee for this to apparently be a quicker process, and it's not. So out the gate, bad taste in my mouth. The other thing is the prices. The prices of a drink and snacks at the theaters are still outrageous. You are paying about $20 for a drink and popcorn. 100% fair. Oh, you don't need those things. Absolutely. Don't need them. But it is what you want to have at the movies. I'm already paying $25 a month, and then I'm not really saving money by going, because if I buy snacks, I'm still paying about $20, which is down from $40 with just a regular price of admission ticket. So, sorry, my cat just almost fell off of the windowsill that is behind my monitor. Even all the stuff that is specific to AMC and their membership program and prices aside, I also feel like there's about a 50% chance that when I go to the theater, there is going to be some type of interruption, whether it is someone talking, someone who brings a kid that is loud, or someone who is on their phone in the theater in a way that is really distracting. And that never feels like it is ever seriously or remotely enforced. And the only way that it can be enforced is to basically be a tattletale. You have to narc. You have to take time to go be a Karen and narc on someone, and then also miss part of a movie that you've paid to see with your $20 worth of snacks. So you're $40 in the hole, and then have to go complain for the bare minimum status quo experience. Not even like the nice or heightened experience, but just for there to be any level of enforcement of the things that they actually create a special message for at the beginning of the movie, asking people to turn off their phones and to not talk. Yet it doesn't happen half of the time. And again, this is where I am trying my darndest not to just sound like a salty baby. And I know that it's probably not working. And on some level, I'm coming off as a whiner. But my point is not that I am going to keep doing this and keep complaining about it. My point is that with all of those things in mind, I do think that I'm just going to stick to streaming movies after they come out. I like the experience of going to theaters and seeing movies on the big screen. I genuinely believe that that is how certain films are meant to be experienced. But as of recent, just seeing regular films that are going to be on a streaming service a month after their theatrical release is not worth the price and rolling the dice on the experience to me anymore. I also know that the theater going experience has morphed in some ways. There's definitely arisen a culture of cheering at the screen for different cameos and things that happen, particularly in superhero films. And look, I get it. That's the crowd, that's your vibe, and I respect it. I personally am not so entitled that I go to a superhero movie and not expect for fans to be excited about superheroes, especially kids. So I want to make it clear that I'm not really talking about those experiences specifically. That type of movie going experience is personally not for me, so I do just avoid it, but no shade. I think that is a way that people are having fun, and generally speaking, most people in the demographic are on board. And so who am I to shit all over that? I think that more often than not, when your run-of-the-mill movie has a theatrical release, if it's not something that absolutely should be seen on a giant screen, and it's going to be on a streaming service that we also pay a monthly membership for, whether it's your Max or your Netflix or Hulu or whatever, a month or two max after release, no pun intended, it just doesn't feel worth it anymore to shill out money for this maybe good experience that is going to be worth the cash. So let me know what you guys think. I could definitely sound like a crotchety old man, and that's fair enough. I just wanted to share that that's where I am as of right now, and the last theater going experience I had that really kind of sucked was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. Whether you agree with me or hard disagree, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and otherwise, thanks for watching. Also, at the beginning of this video, I said I had a bad experience in a theater recently, and I was definitely salty, and that's true. I went and saw The Bike Riders, and there was a couple just 3 seats to the right of me and the person I was seeing the movie with who were just talking every 30 seconds, just having an exchange. I don't know if it was about the movie or what, but they were constantly talking. And it was so consistently inconsiderate and nonstop that about halfway through the movie, I leaned over and I said, "Hey, would you guys mind not talking?" And they were appalled. They looked at me like, "How dare you?" And I wasn't even rude about it. I was like, "Hey, would you guys mind to..." I don't even know how I said it, but it was to the effect of, would you guys please stop talking?" And I wasn't even like, would you please stop talking? I was like, hey, would you guys please stop talking? It was firm, but polite. And they looked absolutely appalled that I had the gall to ask them to stop asking. So much so that the guy in this couple began to just lean forward in his seat and just try and stare me down for the rest of the movie. And I could always see him in my peripheral, and I just ignored him. But it was basically like, oh, how dare you disrespect me? Whatever, whatever. I'm not just reading into the stare, by the way, because at the end of the movie, as he was leaving and going down the steps, he was like gesturing me to like, come say this to my face. And even when he was like going down, he was like pointing at me as he was leaving, as his wife or girlfriend or whatever was embarrassed and trying to like usher him out. And I was just like, I asked y'all to just not talk, and a guy is ready to like fight me over asking them to not talk in a theater of people that are otherwise silent watching the movie, and you're the only people talking. Anyway, it was the straw that broke the camel's back, and I'm sorry if saltiness about being in a situation like that bled through with my attempt at an objective breakdown of why AMC's theater model kind of sucks right now and why the experience, I think, is in the toilet. That's what happened. That's how I feel. And anyway, I will see you guys next time.